So on today's session, we've got a really, really exciting update. I don't know if many of you saw my Facebook post, but I posted there was an epic update coming soon. This is kind of part one. Part two will be another day. So firstly, Team SAS. Alison is now full-time working on SAS. Yeah, so she's helping out with all the techie stuff and the customer services, which is epic. We're just going to free Al up to make loads of really good features and go for more of the software side. So I shall pass over for update one. Hi, you two.
Hello.
So, what have you got to show us, Al?
Okay, what we've been working on is improving the sort of text search in SAS. So when we launched SAS, it was always like an extension, mobile app and the web app. And the extension could always work on any website, not just on Amazon. So you do your sort of select your text, right click to do a search. What we've done now is really improved the text search. So making the text search a lot better. So we made it's faster, both from a technology point of view and from a user input point of view. It's more relevant, the results. Like previously you had to be pretty exact with what you were searching for. Now you can search for just about anything, and we're using Amazon to do the search. And if you'd find it on Amazon, you'll find it in SAS as well. Okay. We've also increased what information is being returned on the search page, and a few other things as well. So this is live in it will be live in the. Well, by the time you play this, it probably is live.
Sorry, can I just say? So before, if I was looking for like a blue teddy bear, I would have to enter the word blue teddy bear. Now I can just enter teddy bear and they'll all come up. Like you have to be, is that what you mean? Like I don't have to be so specific. Yeah,
like before all the words has to be in the title.
Yep.
Well, now the words don't have to be in the title, it can be anywhere in the description. We're using, like I said, we're using the Amazon engine to do the search. So it's a lot more, well, it is what Amazon would return.
I used to get so frustrated because I had to find the exact combination that Amazon used. And I knew the product existed, but I couldn't quite find it. So this will eliminate that and get you going.
Yeah. That'll be a thing of the past.
What Elle just said is key is think of this search the way you think of any search you would do on Amazon.
Yeah, because people who write the title listings aren't always as logical as you think. Some of them are a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yep. As somebody who's written some titles, yes, I've seen plenty of icky ones out there.
So show us it in action. Go for it.
What I'll do a quick search for, we'll do Lego Star Wars, because I'm a nerd. Not Star Wars, Star Wars. So this is the new search results page. So you've actually got more information on here than we did have before. So you've obviously got the product title. You've got any reviews, the category. I was showing the BSR. I'm also highlighting it now, whether it matches your SAS criteria. So whether it's in the top percentage.
So each user will see their own color represented in their own thumbs up or 1% and their own.
Exactly, yeah. If it's in their criteria, it's going to be green. If it's not, it's going to be red. Like most of these, as it's Star Wars Lego, are all going to be pretty top sellers.
I think for those people that might be watching that aren't familiar with it, that is set up in your settings, and it's definitely your first stop once you become a SAS subscriber is go into your settings and tell it what BSR you're looking for.
Yep.
Right. So
what does it mean when it says calculate? Why have some of them got a max cost and some of them haven't?
Because what we're building up the database at the moment. So if it's already in a database, we'll have the max cost, and the max cost is calculated again based on your settings, if you have that registered, what return on investment you're looking for, what profit you're looking for. And like if you haven't got it in the database yet, you just click calculate, and there you recalculate it, and then it's stored for next time as well. So over time, the calculate button will get less and less.
Yep.
So then the offers, that shows you if Amazon's on the listing, how many FBM offers there are, and how many FBA offers there are. So the idea behind this is if you're doing a search or something, you can actually see from the search page whether you want to analyze it anymore.
Yeah, perfect.
Because like if you don't want to go on a listing that Amazon's on, as soon as you see this, you don't need to see any more. You see that that's what your max cost is. Again, if the products you're looking at cost a lot more than that, again, this is where your analyzing stops, and you move on to the next product.
So I've got a question. So in my SAS, I've set mine up to be the last 90 days, so I get an average. So when I'm looking at something, I kind of get rid of the top and bottom, and it's quite nice and averaged out. When it says offers here and all of that information, is that right this second, or is that over 30 days, or is that whichever one you set up? Does that make sense?
The offers here would be the current offers according to Keeper.
Perfect. Okay. So if I'm set up at 90 days, I'll see what's currently there right this second.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just kind of encouraging you to dive in and see if it meets your criteria if you are looking for something beyond.
So the other thing is, what I used to do is I used to go into open up Amazon and put like a brand in, like Nivea or Dove or something, and I used to scroll down. I've got a piece of software called DS Quick View, and it just I used to visually filter Amazon with Amazon on the list in the BSR. That kind of does the same thing now. I think it's got all the information. I don't even need to go into Amazon. I can just literally open up the seller amp and go through it from there. That's awesome.
Okay, I spelled Nivea wrong. So Nivea, okay.
It's a girly product.
Yeah. So you probably saw then how fast that was, just doing a search for Nivea. The results coming up, so you can quickly see the ones with Amazon on the listing.
Perfect. Yeah, so because I had to go into Amazon to do that, but now I just don't. I can just like literally not even bother opening it.
Yeah.
However,
we also have the load more. So we're showing like 10 results here. Load more brings in the next 10.
Wow.
What if somebody does want to dive in?
Yeah, you can keep going, load more until you get to the end of what Amazon would return.
So you could just like whiz down the page and just look for the Amazon. If you don't want to compete with Amazon, that's fine. Just whiz down until you visually see one that isn't, and then click and open that. So let's go down and find one that isn't competing with Amazon. And what happens if I wanted to, as Alison said, if I wanted to dig a bit deeper?
Are there any? There we go.
So a Nivea Cashmere Indulgence gift set. Okay.
Nice.
Now, one thing you'll see as this is in the web app, when we hover over here, it highlights.
Move you. Hang on, sorry, I've had to move you because that was right on the us three was right over the bit you were hovering on.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've got the blue highlights. You've seen we've got the Chrome extension, the SAS Chrome extension logo at the bottom right. So if we click on this, it brings SAS up on the page. So then you can do your normal SAS analysis actually on the search results page.
So you don't have to leave SAS at all for any of it, do you?
No. So like I said, if you want to go to a different one, you can just click on it.
Yeah. So for those of us who manually source, it's a volume game. You have to go through hundreds until you find one good one, and that will just speed this process up so much quicker. Great.
Yes, and well, the next thing I show will speed it up even more. But yeah,
speed is the #1 priority in this update for sure.
Well, yeah, it's certainly there. Yeah,
I think it is.
I think that's whether you come from a techie or a user perspective. I think that's
exactly right.
Then, if you didn't want to see it so normally just clicking it will show it in the extension. If you wanted to open like the full SAS page, you could just click on the title. If you wanted to open the SAS page in a separate tab, you can click on this icon here, and that'll open it in another tab, in another SAS tab like that.
So how I kind of see that working, Emily, and I think you and I are on the same page, is you're cruising through this list and it's like, bang, I want to come back to that one. Just open another tab, and then you've got all your tabs you can go through, do more deeper analysis.
Or, sorry, I'm going way off track here. Or you could potentially tag it. You could tag all the stuff you want to look at and then go back and look at the tags later and not even leave the screen that way. That would be really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that could be a future update where I could possibly add tags onto the search page. It
was just an idea that popped in my head literally while we were having this conversation.
We've literally, right now you can go into the extension that opens on the side, tag it, keep going on down your list. Yeah. absolutely. But that's a very good point too.
Up until maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was only a Chrome extension user. I didn't really use this very much, the web thing, and I've started to use it more and more. And now it's almost my default now. So the fact that I can see them side by side like this, it's really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm migrating over to the main web page.
So I'll throw the question out there, Al. Can I throw a question out there?
Yeah.
So as a mobile user, how would I benefit from this particular search speed update?
As a mobile user, if you're scanning barcodes, you won't see a difference at all. It'll be exactly the same as it is now. If on the mobile you're doing a text search, you will get these results. You'll get the same results on the mobile with the extra information, the extra speed.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do a text search on mobile. I thought the mobile was just for barcodes.
Sorry, Siri just started talking to me.
Oh, welcome Siri.
No, you can absolutely, you can return just like you can on the web app. You can return to the home page and you've got the ability to type that in. So yeah, if you hit home on the mobile app, you can always do a search.
So can you go from here to Amazon if you did want to do a bit of digging and kind of get a bit, because the data's great as an overview, but for me, that's not enough information to buy or not buy. So can you go into Amazon through there? Can you?
Yeah, you got a little Amazon logo top right. If you click on that one, that will open it in a new tab, the Amazon page for that product.
Awesome. Excellent.
Then the other change which we've got on the other sort of speed optimization on the web app is this new button called pasting search. So you have a wholesale list. I'm going to do moisturizing cream. So I've got that, and now that's on my clipboard. All you need to do is click this, and SAS will do your search for moisturizing cream.
Okay, so something else I recently got into is the Small and Light program. So obviously Small and Lights, and that's on SAS, which is excellent. That's a brilliant little update on SAS, but I don't think many people know about or speak about. But I know, for example, so it's tiny things like tweezers or mascaras or eyebrow pencils. So if I wanted to spend the day searching for Small and Light products, I could literally put in eyebrow pencil, and that would give me all of the different things. Is that right?
Yeah, so if you do it was just like searching on, I'll do eyeliners.
Yeah, it's just, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, so
that was quick.
Yeah, it's speedy.
Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to get at is whatever you're using it for, it kind of fits loads of different uses and different needs and different things.
Yeah.
I think
so, for example, like you could search if you were coming up to summer, you could search the word paddling pool, or you could use, so if you've got, or Easter eggs, we're coming to Easter here. So you can use it for like an idea as like a base point to then go and do a bit of digging. Is that a good way to do it?
Yeah,
but I'm going to search an Easter one. It's a bit cold here at Easter.
Like previously, you wouldn't find anything for that. Well, I wouldn't expect to find anything for that. But if we do a search for Easter paddling pool now, this is what you'd get on Amazon if you search for that.
Oh, and that's the update where you're saying things are easy to find without being perfectly written.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Awesome. Love that.
So it's probably a paddling pool that's somewhere in the description or the keywords the owner of the post has put Easter gift or something. There's more than likely some correlation. Maybe not necessarily in that string order, but that's why it's just more thorough. It'll search everything, as Al said.
Yeah, because we're looking for products on Amazon, and like the best search engine for searching Amazon is Amazon, and that's now what we're using.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So when I first heard about this update, I was like, okay, that's quite good. But going through it, you realise just how many uses. It's infinite what you can do with it, and you can do like weird and wacky stuff if you source in a different way, or you can do some really good things with it. It's really do what you want.
back to that paste and search option, I think those of you that are watching this that are in that situation where you may have a wholesale list or some sort of list that you've created can understand the importance of that. You know, you're not going to be, it saves you a click and an entry, essentially. It'll allow you to get into that groove
And if
and
you've
go
got
more
a list of
fast. Go more quickly.
500, saving a click each time is massive.
It adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, because just about all of these, what I've just demonstrated now, I've hardly touched the keyboard. Like I touched the keyboard to enter Easter paddling pool, but most of this I'm just doing with the mouse.
I think there's a good example, like we were talking about before, the no buy box and no offers out there and no max cost.
Yeah, I will change that box so it looks a little bit nicer when there's no offer.
Okay.
But yeah, those, again, for new people that are out there, will report if there is no buy box. So that'll obviously impact your search results.
Yeah, excellent. Can I chuck an idea request out there? I'm not sure if that's really fair when we're recording a video.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep, my idea pen is ready.
Throwing at you. For me, I'd like one more little box with an IP warning, because that's one of the things that makes me just go, no, thank you. So if something's red or like, you know, it's an issue, it'd be great to know that without, because I don't want to dig deeper into L'Oreal, for example. So is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible? I basically, because your top three filters are the quick yeses or nos. Do I want to look more or not? So the IP would I think it would work really well there.
Yeah, you've given me a little idea.
Yeah,
I think I'm reading his mind here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah,
okay.
That's really good.
And I think also, again, more for new people, obviously we always encourage people, once you log in and you access the tools, make sure you download the Chrome extension, but obviously you have to have the Chrome extension to make this work if you're going to want to pop that up on the side of the page. So
yeah.
Yes, but if you don't have the, I'm going to say something really non-techy now. So if you don't use Google Chrome, you can just use the web app. Is the web?
No, we do. This needs to run on Google Chrome.
Okay.
So you need to have the Chrome extension installed, and this is on Google Chrome.
Okay. I'm hoping other people are nodding at that question. I'm not the only non-techie person.
Exactly. And if you're not using Google Chrome, just trust us. It's a more secure. It's a better browsing experience.
Yeah.
Any developer in the world will point you that way. So
fair enough.
But we will put a warning up if you're not using Chrome, because there's some features that we just cannot do without the Chrome extension.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Perfect. So is that all we have to update, or is there something else?
Well, that's the sort of the big enhancements in the web app. Like all the results in the search is done exactly the same in the mobile on the Chrome extension. So what I'll show you now is more the Chrome extension on other websites using this method. I'm on the Argos clearance page. So what we do, like previously, well, you just select the text, you right click to search. And as you can see, you've got to mess around to select text on some sites, because like you've got to just kind of, it's a bit hit and miss. What we can do, if you just right click on the title, go straight into SAS, that title, and it comes up. So it does like your different search. Even though you can search for more text, it will still find the interesting text for the product. So, and again, you've got the extra results here, say max cost BSR and the number of offers. Let me go down to, we'll do this one.
Oh, sorry, so because I'm not pressing the button, so you're not actually highlighting, because it did highlight, but you're not highlighting it like you did before with the mouse. You're just literally hovering and right click.
All I'm doing is right clicking. Like you can highlight as well. Like what we find is if it's a link, like most product titles are on merchant pages, it'll be a link to the actual product page. So then you just want to right click and it will do it. If it's like plain text, you'd select it normally by dragging your mouse, or you could double click to select it. So in this case, I just did the Chad Valley. Looking at the results, BSR is not fantastic. There's no buy box, not that many sellers. but like this is like £15 reduced from 50. I know with Chad Valley, it's Argos's own brand. So we'll just go and.
Didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, like they don't have barcodes. They've got well.
They've got Argos internal barcodes.
Yeah. So if you go and like look at this one.
3 years and not known Amazon and not known Argos for Chad Valley. Oh well.
Yeah. Okay. So,
wow.
So we can quickly go into this one. You can see it's selling for say £46. We can get it for 15. So you can see what our profit. So yeah, that's a possible buy.
Yeah.
And that's one where, so from doing the search, we can see there's no buy box. So it's worth going to have a look.
And going through a clearance section like this, or on any shop like Superdrug or whatever, speed is of the essence because so many of them will not be good buys.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
But if I quickly do, say, Scale Electrics, we go for like 44. We can see it here. It's 49. BSR is not great. We'll just move on to the next product.
Perfect.
Let's try this one.
But it could also, I know. Thinking about Emily, you often search within a brand and find a couple products within a brand, and this is kind of one of those. This might spur you on to another product within that brand name. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. So you could literally look for Mulan, couldn't you? And see and do it like literally that as wow. There's so many things I want to do with this now. I want to go start.
One thing on the Chrome extension, which applied before but also applies now, is it doesn't have to be an e-commerce site. So if you're reading a blog post about great toys or whatever, you can SAS straight from there. And again, if it's a link, all you got to do is click on it and it will search. Otherwise, you can still have the text.
Sorry, right? Let me just. That's a bit mind blowing. So you could literally be looking at a blog about water skiing, and find because so I have no idea what brands in the water skiing business. I've never tried it. I know you do a lot of canoeing and stuff, but I have no idea what the brand. So I could find a blog and highlight the brand, right click. Wow. So how do you? Because a lot. Well, I can't even speak. That's just blowing my mind. Well, so to be fair, like I wouldn't know what some of the brands are in some of the industries and some of the niches, so I just duck it because I don't know.
This would be my latest. Hobby that I've taken up.
Okay, so think about paddle boards. Actually, with this one, I could SAS paddle boards straight from here. Or if I copy this to the clipboard, when you're on the normal, so let's say the web app, I could just click that, and that's it.
Yeah. So you're doing your weekly reading on whatever topic, and this is good. The growth of such and such a product, industry or whatnot.
Actually, I just think about this now. If you are just browsing a normal website for whatever, and you want to do a quick search on Amazon,
perfect for it.
Like this is a word, I've got no idea what this is, but this is what Amazon roughs up.
You know what, I do this all the time.
The brand, I think.
Rough down. See from that. I love just seeing where Amazon sends me. So you've got WAG is a brand I know of.
Mm-hmm.
I know them. So we've gone from paddleboarding to pet supplies. So if you just let Amazon take you on its natural journey, the stuff you cover and the categories is massive. You don't need to be in this kind of grocery beauty narrow that everyone's
start finding these nuggets all along the way. There's having been out and paddleboarded, people take dogs out on their paddleboard. So guess what? There's probably a whole burgeoning industry of accessories to take your dog on their paddleboard. Not mine. He won't go near the water.
That's amazing.
What I'll do with the extension, I'm just going to go on to Smith's. You don't have to do this with clearance. You can do it on anything, but from a demo point of view, I know this is a good one. A quick search for that product. So it's the first product it's coming up with. Go for $14.99, 54,000 sales rank. Our max cost is £7.6. Yeah, so I'd go into that. And that'd be something I would go for.
Yeah, for sure. It's great.
Do the Power Rangers. So with this one, it hasn't come up first, but there it is. It's the second one. And again, if it's £5, it's selling for 15. I would definitely go into that for further information.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. So there's like 3 different bits that, I mean, it all works seamlessly together. It's all beautiful together, but there's so many different ways you can do, and what, you know, things you can. You made me speechless. I think it's the first time it never happens.
I mean, that's always been the philosophy of SAS is however you're sourcing, we want to give you a tool that's going to help you in that situation, because he's right there. He's been that guy who's done RA, OA, wholesale, and that's why the product exists, frankly. So, well, I bang the drum over and over and over again that you have to be different. You have to find different products in different places and be different. And this really helps those of us who don't use the main deal sheets. This helps those of us who don't kind of go for the top 1%. This is brilliant. We can find obscure blogs and stuff. I mean, I mean, as you all know, you can sell anything on Amazon. You could look up chess boards, draw anything in the world, and it will just help you to. $5,000 watches on Amazon, or £5,000 watches on Amazon. It's crazy. I've sold some random stuff.
This is one I looked at earlier. This is probably another way you can use it. So we'll do a search for Bendy in the dark. No idea what this is. But see, that's £7 on Amazon. It's going for like $23.96.
Oh my god.
Okay, the BSR is not fantastic.
But you can see that wouldn't put me off, because that BSR would put off so many people. A lot of my competition wouldn't even open that item. So actually, I'd use this from a perspective of I'd have a look at the stuff that is higher than most, and that's how I'd feel.
Yeah. Then the other way I would look at this is you've got all these different characters as well. I would actually do a search on Smiths for those different characters, because unlike Amazon, where Amazon, like, all the prices are going to be totally different depending on the seller. Yeah. With Smiths, I'd expect the different characters to all be the same price or thereabouts.
Oh, of course.
So just by doing that search, shows me this one. Now I can see, this character is more expensive, it sells better.
But it's probably still £7 on Smiths.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I've not tried. So I've not tried this. Obviously, we'll give it a quick go.
I feel like doing a drum roll for you.
So it's either going to be a really good idea or a really
sold
bad
idea. Somebody beat to it.
But the principle works. The principle's awesome. Really, really good.
There's Ink Bendy.
So it was that one. So we do a search for Ink Bendy. Oops.
Yeah, look at him.
I've got quiet. I'm just like kind of just taking it all in.
Yeah.
Bendy's
him earlier. He was there.
Where has he gone? There he is. Yeah. So Ink Bendy. Yeah, it's $27.99. We can get it for $7. So I've used the keyboard now.
Ta-da!
Yeah, it's 188%. That's crazy, and there's not particularly much in stock either. So
the current sellers are holding less than a month's supply. That's mad.
Yeah,
you can basically run your whole business from just this screen. That's love it. That's brilliant.
Scary.
That's really good.
And I also think, going back to something you and I have spoken about before, Emily, you know, as the country is, you know, loosening up and restrictions are changing and people will be out doing more RA, don't forget to scan it in the mobile app as you're running through Tesco, go home and sit and look on your screen because it'll be saved in your history. So yeah,
I'm always using the history section. Yeah, I do that. If I'm busy and I haven't got time to search, I'll zap it and then run off and look later.
That's exactly, zap it. I like that term.
Wow, that's really exciting.
So that's this week's upgrade.
I think you need to pause part 2 because you need like a week to digest this. I'm like, there's a lot going on.
And that's what I think there's probably going to be some questions out of it. So fire them on to Emily's post here. She'll tag us in them.
Tag Alison or tag Alison directly. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, or throw it onto the Seller Amp Facebook page or hit support at Seller Amp, and we'll answer the question, because I think the more everybody's in a different situation and they're going to find different ways to utilize this. So love to hear feedback and get your questions and things.
Lovely. Yeah, it's really good. And for those people who've done my spider sourcing, it's perfect. So put your brand in, and you did a spider sourcing course, and maybe that's how you got some of the inspiration. I like to think so anyway. But yes, it's awesome. It's awesome. You can approach this in so many different ways. I love it. It's really good.
I think I've covered all of it. I think
you did too.
I don't know. I'm like that. It doesn't happen very often. I'm just like, whoa, excited. Right. I'm gonna. As soon as I finish this video, I should go off and use it and have a play around and see what I can come up with. But perfect. Really good. Excellent. Thank you very much. Wait, is this live now? By the way, does anyone need to do anything to get it? Is it all automatic?
It depends when you post this video. Right. I expect it will be live before this video because it's ready to go. Okay. I'm just going to get a few more people.
I saw somewhere you need to update your Chrome. Can you just show us how to do that if we're not techie people? Because it took me quite a while. How do you? Because you put out things saying, "Please, can you update your Chrome" or something, didn't you?
Yeah, the easiest way to do it. Now, I don't want to. I've got a few things in my title bar which I shouldn't.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Don't worry. Do you want to just talk through it? Sorry, I threw a curveball at you. And anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Is it a little puzzle piece at the top corner? I think, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can do it. In your URL, if you just go to CeleRamp extension.
Yep.
The quickest way I've found of doing this is just doing remove. Yeah. Add it back in again.
Oh, and that's it. That has no bearing on your subscription. It doesn't ruin your history. Nothing. Okay, fine.
No, nothing like that at all. And what you'll probably find is your extension will have updated automatically anyway.
Perfect. Okay.
9 times out of 10 it will. Yeah. Other option, and if you do what he just did, you'll just have to repin it to your browser frame if you want it there for quick access.
Okay, thank you. You can always rely on me to ask the layman's questions.
Yeah, fine.
Excellent. Awesome. Right, I'm off to go and see what I can do with the new SAS update now. Exciting.
Excellent.
Thank you. That's really awesome. Oh, brilliant. Right. I will take care, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.